There's a few valleys, obviously, that I've gotten into because I wandered off, okay? But I also have to understand that there's a number of valleys I've been in that God led me into. And, the fact that, okay, the only way I can get Reed to grow, the only way I can get Reed to learn to become what I need him to become, I need to take him here. That's the only way. And so for me, that's an encouragement again to me to understand, okay, I'm not alone in this situation. In fact, potentially God allowed me to be here. Maybe he could have even led me here. Okay, let's keep walking. Let's keep learning. There's something on the other side that I can't wait to see.
Reed, you just said something that if God's going to let us wander, the valley's the best place for that to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's a built-in, if you will, fortress.
Yeah.
When the walls are so high, he knows you're not going to get out. But he knows you can learn some valuable lessons. Isn't that crazy? You just made me think about that, and I realized where Satan thinks he's winning, God from the bigger perspective is going, where are they going?
Right.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to bump. But they're in the valley. They can't climb those walls. They think they can, and I'm going to let them try. And they might scrape a knee or two, but you know something? It's going to be a great lesson.
Amen.
I love that picture. Reed, I just love that picture. I want you to look at Psalm 23, verse 4 again, and I want you in your Bibles, if you like to write into them, I want you to circle a word we've yet to talk about. It's very important we talk about it, and that's the word shadow. I want you to notice that in verse 4. Even though I walk through the shadow, okay? New Living Translation calls it the darkest of valley, but he's talking about the shadows. Now, why do I say this? Because it's not the valley that's scary. It's the shadows that the valley creates. That's what's scary to us. And we don't even recognize it. But all of those are just simply lies that we choose to believe. All Satan can throw at you is not substance, but shadows. He can't show you, he can't throw a reality at you. So he has to create a false image of it. Now this is important because shadows are always bigger than what is real. Okay? And by the way, and so is fear. That's why David, he learned that. I will fear no evil. Evil is just a shadow. It's just a shadow. And so fear is always greater than our problems, isn't it? And when we let our mind wander, we don't take it captive, we can really make this thing bigger than it was, But the second thing about shadows is, shadows again are nothing more than an image without substance. They can't hurt you. The shadow can't hurt you. You can run into as many as you want. I don't care how big it is. It ain't gonna touch you. It's not gonna hurt you. But this is the biggie. Shadows do not exist without a light source. I find that interesting. And so if light didn't exist, there would be no shadows. And so God obviously allows shadows to exist for you to decide what you're going to actually trust. The substance of reality or this false image, this thing that's not even real. See, in the valley of the shadow of death, which by the way is an actual valley in Israel, okay? It's deep and it's steep. It's important you catch this. But like every day, when the sun is at high noon, there's no shadows. It illuminates the entire floor of the valley. And that's exactly what the Bible tells us. I'm high and lifted up.
It's a good word. It's a good word.
And when you know who I am,
Yeah.
and you know who I am, he removes the shadows. And you get to see things as they really are. John 8 says, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. He's high and lifted up. David got it. I'm not going to fear anything. These are just shadows. You're with me. God is with me. The light source. I may not see it clear right now, but it's okay. I got the promise of truth. I'm not alone. And you're there to protect. You're there to guide. We're going to get through this. And on the other side, I'm going to be much, if you will, more like God than I was when the day began. I like the old hymn, turn your eyes upon Jesus. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face, and the things of earth shall grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and his grace. That's good.